talking behind someone's back is really scummy. And I don't like people who do that. There's this new guy at my job, and he's around 17, 18 years old, and he's very talkative. He not in the sense of like he just wants to talk to you and ask you about your day. He just talks. On and on and on about random things. I think today I heard him ask if my boss was on a bulk, and then they were talking about wrestling, and it's his like third or fourth day, and already none of my coworkers like him. And I've only interacted with him a couple times, because he works on the inside and I'm a driver, so I don't really talk to a lot of people there. But the other day, we all had a chance to just sit down because there was nothing going on, and they were all talking about him and saying how they find him annoying, they think he's weird, they just don't like him. They don't like how he talks a lot, and they think he's just weird. And in my head, I kind of agreed, because in the one instance I had with him, he was kind of bothering me. I had my AirPods in, I had both of them in, I was trying to do my dishes so I can go home, and he just kept trying to talk to me about some, I think just like he was talking to me about dishes. You know what? It was such an uninteresting topic, and I kept the conversation going. I was being nice, but I didn't want to talk, and so I agreed with him at first. I was like, yeah, he is kind of weird sometimes, but I wasn't like attacking him, or I wasn't saying anything negative. I was just, or like anything like, oh, he's annoying. I was saying like, yeah, he can like push boundaries sometimes, and I thought that would have just been the end of it. I thought we all just would have had a silent understanding, but we wouldn't have talked about it again. But today they were again at it, and they were like, "Oh, he's so annoying. Oh my god. Oh my god." And it really irked me. And I'll tell you why. I used to be the kid who who would talk and try to make friends. And I saw myself in him when they were I'm about to start crying. I just saw myself in him, and I saw that he had a smile on his face. He was very excited to be there. He just he just wanted to make friends, you know. He just wanted to talk and be expressive. And to them it seems annoying, right? But I like I know what he's doing. I know what he's trying, because I was doing the exact same thing, except the kids I grew up with, I don't know if it's nicer or if it's more rude to say it directly to my face, but they told me I was annoying, and it shattered me. It shattered me, because there's no worse feeling than trying to meet new people, being in a new space, and really trying to make like a good first impression, and and it just doesn't work. And people instantly think you're annoying, and they instantly hold this negative image of you. And I feel bad. I feel bad whenever they talk bad about him, because I just imagine I just imagine it's me, man. Because that's, I mean, the again, the kids, they weren't like, whenever they are talking, they'll do the thing where like they'll like, oh yeah, 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 and they'll like, oh yeah, yeah, and they'll look at me, oh, this is you, and they go, you know what I mean? They'll give me the deadpan face, and it's just it's just I hate it so much. I hate it so much, because again, I know what that's like, to just be the kid who he's really trying, because he you can if you met him, you can tell he's very neurodivergent, right? Very autistic. And I'm the same way. I've learned to just not talk. I'm very closed off in social spaces unless I'm given like literally months of time to ease in. And it's I just feel so bad. And today I stood up for him. I told them, one of them, they were hiding in the back, and they caught me by surprise, and they go, "Man, I just need to be back here because I can't stand one more minute up there with him." I'm like, "You, you're really mean. Like you are really mean to him about this. Like they don't say it to his face, which again, I don't know if that's rude, like more rude or nicer to than just telling him, "Hey, dude, you're annoying as fuck." But I told him I was like, you need like you're rude. He's not doing anything wrong, you know? He's just trying to like he's just trying. And I can't get when he talks to me, I talk back, you know? I give him the conversation because I know what that's like. I know what it's like to try to talk to someone and they just don't give a shit because they just don't like you or they just don't care about what you're talking about or whatever. And I you know what I mean? You know what I mean? I hate being rude. I hate being rude and I hate when people are rude to other people for for no good reason. If someone's a dick to me, I'm gonna be a dick back. You know what I mean? And if someone is like outwardly just a rude person, I don't think that they deserve my kindness or anyone else's kindness. But when I just see a guy who's coming to work and he's trying his best to like to be friendly and to be open and to try to just make friends at work so he doesn't feel alone, you know what I mean? I just and then I see my coworkers, they dismiss him. Like they make fun of the fact that he calls vaping smoking, and it is kind of cringe, you know. I laugh at that too because I was sitting with my boss and he comes up and he asks about like a drug test or whatever, and he's talking about like if the vaping will show up on the drug test, but he calls it smoking, and it was funny because it's like he you know what I mean? It's funny, but I'm not like you know what I mean? Like when he said that, one of my other coworkers, he did the at me. And I was like, "What are you doing? Why are you making like just laugh at the situation. Don't laugh at him, you know? Don't don't make fun of him. He's not doing anything wrong." You know, I just I just hate seeing kids who who are like me go through the same stuff that I've gone through, you know? Cuz it's I know how much that sucks. I know how much it sucks to like try to talk and be try to be a human, you know? It fucking shatters my heart. And I stood up for him today because I not only is it just the right thing to do because I you know it's just the right thing to do, but I couldn't I just I can't do it. If he was like if he was another guy who is just a dick and he doesn't help out people, he doesn't help out on the line or he doesn't do his job properly. I get it. I understand it completely. But this guy, he does his job. He does exactly what he needs to do. He does exactly what he's told. He's just weird. He's just not normal. And they treat him like he's just this fucking like like this abnormal creature that they need to just ridicule and make fun of. And like he sh- I just I, I hate bullies. I just hate bullies. I hate people who are rude for the sake of being rude. And I struggle with being rude sometimes. But a lot of what I say is it comes from a place of like love. You know what I mean? Like when I tell my friend when I tell him I need him to get a new computer so he can have a better running system to play a game I want to play with him and he tells me he's out of town for the time being and I tell him I say I hope the guy you meet up with on Facebook Marketplace like fucking stabs you to death and leaves you on the pavement. Yeah, it's rude, but I'm saying it, like it's there's a mutual understanding between him and I that what I'm saying is purely for comedic effect. But they just say that like so nasty things to this guy, to not to this guy, and to me honestly that makes it worse because I'm backtracking on that. It does make it worse to me because this like he doesn't know he's bothering them. When I was told all my life I was told I was annoying for wanting to talk and for talking too much or for being weird, and I mean I it hurt, but I learned to just when and when not to talk, you know. But for this kid they just let him perform, and then they laugh about it afterwards, and they make fun of him afterwards, and then they go back and let him perform again, and then and the cycle just continues, and I feel so bad because he doesn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve to be treated like that just for being autistic and being weird and for talking a little too much, you know. Because when I told my coworker off today, when I told him to just stop like being a dick, and I told him he's just doing too much and he's just being really rude, I felt like I, I felt like I was standing up for myself a little bit, you know. I felt like I was giving myself, because I never stood up for myself. I just kind of accepted the fact that I was annoying. But today when I stood up for him, I felt like I was letting myself know that it's okay to like be the annoying guy sometimes, and it's there's no real fault. You know, I'm not doing anything wrong if I talk a little too much or if I like say something a little too weird. You know, it's I'm not committing a crime. I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just weird. And that's okay. And that's okay. And I shouldn't feel ashamed for that. So I it was really important for me to stand up for him. Not just for him, but for me as well. I just hate bullies. I don't like mean people. Not one bit. The moral of this one, give that guy a chance. You know, give give that weird guy a chance. Give the weird person a chance cuz they need it. And also don't be a dickhead. Don't be rude to people. It's not good. Thank you.